Hello, hello. Wardrobe change, the third one today. Hey everyone, welcome to the after show of the show. A little bit later than usual. We can blame Dave Hampton for that. We were an hour behind on everything, although we were kind of on for an hour without you guys knowing. Thank you for the comment regarding the shirt. It just arrived today. Can't believe the person that sent it to me. Can't remember them, but I'm very thankful. This is the new shirt that is being sold through the estate. So if you guys purchase it, tell them Doc sent you. There is an image on the back as well. You can see on there. Maybe show it off later. And of course, you can get this from the Prince Estate as well. So when you're leaving comments, just say we saw Doc wearing it, because I keep telling him to send me stuff for you guys to see how it looks on people instead of on the site. Dawn, thank you for the comments. We're interviewing the pre-show on Instagram. Hello, everyone. Hello, Karen. Hello, Terry, Vicky, Connie, and Inoka, Andre. Yes, late night for you. So, and Sean, thank you. Hope you guys enjoyed that show. We are, looking forward to having a few more people on, not at this moment, but during the month of August. It's coming up in the last week of July. We're reaching out to people and they agree to be on. But, when you're dealing with creative people, it's kind of hard to get people on the right schedule. Thank you, Ken. Thank you for the Hayam CD today. Thank you, Mark. Appreciate it. Jackie and Ruth, of course, we'd like to have it. Dave also wants to jump on her one time. I think Ruth is, it'll be a while. What's going on, Matt? Don't know if you were on for the show earlier. Love it. He still calls me J7. It's a former coworker from back in the day, my cowboy boy, who was there for me during a rough spot last year, and I appreciate it, man. So yeah, you missed what? Mary was with Jackie Thompson and Dave Hampton talking about the event for Chance Howard that's coming up. And still promote it. Let's see, let me make sure I have the flyer for She's Always in My Hair. Of course, it's down again. Gotta love technology. So it's going to be hosted by Sinbad, moderated by Sinbad, with Kenny Dolfer, Cora Coleman, Kat Dyson, Shelby J, Maite, and Rhonda Smith. August 22nd, $10 will get you into the virtual room. Secondhand. Ruth is hilarious. She's got a lot of good stories to tell. That's how I think. Yes. And there's always different stuff, Terry, that we never plan on exactly talking about. And I just love it how it works out that way, like with the Jay Leno thing tonight, of it actually being the anniversary of that show. So, and of course, had to rock this, even though the Rainbow Tron thing came out, in May, and I was supposed to have the shirt by then, but it came in July. There we go. So hopefully we'll get signed the Times by New Year. Do I have the flyer on Instagram? Yes. I posted it on Instagram. It should be one of the things posted in the past day and a half. So it shouldn't be that far. I also posted it on stories and the Facebook fan page. Not so much Twitter because they haven't posted it yet on Twitter. But yes. So how are you guys doing? I asked this more so on the pre-show on Instagram. But wanting to see how you guys are doing, how you made it through the week, any big plans for the weekend, So, yeah. And Andre, I don't know if this happened to you before, but I can't see your comments again like it was a few weeks ago. I'm not sure if you can buy tickets now. You'd have to go to PRN Alumni. Let me look at it since I have the flyer up. Stay tuned to our page for formal introductions to each of our special guests. In the meantime, mark your calendars. So no, you cannot purchase it yet. But I guess we'll just have to have another show with Rhonda Smith or Maite on, and you guys will have to get the link through that. Yes. See, I don't have any ascots, but I sure rocked it like it, huh? Maybe I should have taken it off so you guys would have been fooled. Yeah. Great interviewer. Certainly should be able to talk right into doing your show. Friends. In time, I think Ruth wants to, wait till the book is out more or get stuff done because she's afraid of revealing too much, which I understand. It's up to Dave, with that. Yeah, no tickets yet for the event. Yes, of course we'll share the event when we get it. It was really cool for all of them to be in here again when doing the show. I appreciate the support from all different eras. What up, Dustin? So, we're trying to branch out and do other things, and I'm trying to get you guys used to, Wednesday and Friday, because I do want to have 2 shows a week. So if we don't have one on Wednesday for the timing, we'll definitely have one on Friday. Do have my birthday coming up, but I believe that's on a Tuesday. That won't really affect it. I'd rather do 5 shows that week for you guys. So, thanks, Kevin. Yeah. And they have a tag now. It used to be a tagless shirt when it came to the estate stuff. Maybe Sylvia as well. But you can get it from the Prince store, Prince Estate store. You can get it. So, but yeah, those are the things that are going on. Hopefully I'm not leaning back too much, just trying to show you the shirt. I'm not trying to have it be like, hey, let's, play like the ladies man music that started our live skit. I'm just trying to just chill and not having the headphones or having to be close for the microphone. But yeah, seeing the comment now, Doc. Do I know what the estate plans to do more Prince Funko Pops? Not at the moment, but here's hoping in the future they'll have it, Sylvia. Not the best, but thank you, Vicky. I try. You can't believe all the great things people say about you. You can't believe the bad things. I was like, what I was doing this week on Tuesday and Wednesday was watching old shows back. See that smoke detector sets things I want to get rid of. So you don't have stuff like that. But watching shows back, what I was doing, having the camera elevated, having certain other things, and if there's changes that need to be done to the set, having a different colored light so it doesn't wipe me out so much. There's other things. So that's what I was doing this week in preparation, because the person I was trying to get for Wednesday's show was hard to lock him in. So then, I knew about the the PRN Alumni thing, but they weren't doing the announcement until Thursday. So thank you, Matt. Yeah, do these a lot. Trying to expand my horizons and do other things. Funko Pop with the Prince symbol would be super cool. Possibly in the future. We'll see. They're no longer doing anything with Bravado, but that really didn't mess with Funko Pops. It's very expensive to purchase merchandise from the estate outside America. Huge delivery costs, food for thought. They probably know it, but you may have to get a friend in the U.S. that can take care of you, or maybe their deal with Rocket Pool can be a little bit more inclusive, so to speak. So yeah. And of course, with the pre-show, we had a little bit of what they said, baby hair or whatever in there. So I combed it up so I didn't look like a reject member of Depeche Mode. So yeah. And I did move the TV where I read your guys' comments. I did move it a little bit more behind me, although it's like at the edge of this table and I'm worried about it falling, just so I wasn't looking over so much when I had the guest on. So I was able to stay more centered with you guys. So yeah. What a week. And that's going to be all over trying to get guests for next week and trying to get that guest that I really, really want for you guys. But it'll happen how it's all supposed to. But it's like, here I am just finished the show and I'm already thinking about next week, and that causes a little bit of stress, especially with what's going on in our world. So the man being, was that you, Dawn, that was bringing that up, or was that someone else? Yeah, the man beings. There we go. Well, you can watch it on the pre-show if you want to see that look. I didn't mind it too much as well, but it made me explain why so many guys are ending up in my DMs instead of girls. So, yeah, appreciate you, Pamela. I like the Spider-Woman thing that you had on there. I'm going to bring it up just so I can see a little bit of photo. Thought like it was a real person and not Jessica Drew on that. The superhero outfits, let me tell you, finally went to like a comic book store last week on Melrose Avenue, and this guy had like a banging woman with him, the see-through outfit. I was just kind of surprised. I'm like, oh, I thought as comic book people, we don't get girls like that. Drew to me, oh, that's pretty awesome. Watch. Switch it up. It's just a regular Kenneth Cole, I believe. So, Principal is surely installed in you. It's all in us. Thank you, Sean. Yeah, that's why it should be on to the next. Exactly. Spider-Woman. Yeah, it's Jessica Drew. Jessica Drew is Spider-Woman. You know, there was a different one later on after Marvel Superhero Secret Wars, where it was a different person that was from Denver, Colorado. But Jessica Drew was the one. So hope you guys don't mind just having a little bit of my protein drink because of the show running late. If I wanted to have an actual meal, it would have been a little bit longer. That's cool. Pamela, thank you for that. You can see Super Mask we made everywhere now as well. I'm just saying, like, because I try to work on myself a lot, so the woman that I get will be better. I didn't say settling down, just said better. Hello, Anna. Yes, Melissa, costume change. What can I say? Just like Prince will wear something different at sound check, something different for the main show, and now you get the after show vibe for sure. So yes, I gotta eat, but I'm getting my protein in at least. I don't get hungry for stuff as often anymore. I just get hungry for outfits. Is that Dave Hampton in the room that people are saying hi to, or is it Bukansky? Or Bukansky? If I'm butchering his name, I apologize. Someone says stuff. There we go. So I try the yes. The apps. What up, Dave? Hopefully Maite enjoyed it. And hopefully I can tell Ruth that you guys enjoy the videos in the car. So what's up the obvious Dirty Mind sample in Eurythmics Love is a Stranger? I'll have to give that. Can't find no info credits about it. I wonder if it was a keyboard sample on it, just like with Van Halen having a little bit of jerk out towards the end of the song, I believe from their album from 1982. So thank you, Judy. Thank you for your patience. Sorry when there isn't a show on Wednesday, but sometimes we're getting stuff lined up. And it doesn't, like I said, when you're dealing with musicians and artists, creative people, it's hard to lock them into things. So, you know, so has escalating COVID rates have a huge impact on how you operate out here in Cali? Well, before I was going to have Van Jones on, I wanted to have a little bit of a haircut, a little bit of a trim. I was like, all right, wait till the day of the show. Then, of course, that Monday, everything gets locked down again. There's some barber shops that are outside right now and some salons. That's been something because we're not supposed to do, as a diabetic, you're not supposed to do your own feet. So, you know, Matt, you're awesome. Let's see if there actually is an NFL season this year so you can see the Cowboys not make the playoffs yet again. Unless I have money. Oh, you must be talking about for having the merch. Again, they got to have like an overseas distributor would help out with stuff. Yeah. And that's why it's like, you know, we always make sure when we have Jackie on, who we had on probably a few months ago, that there's a lot more to talk about. You haven't heard everything from her. That's why it's like for them to tell other aspects. And here it is, there's Jay Leno stories. And of course, I shoot for not just having PRN alumni people in. I would love to find a way to have Jay Leno on for an hour or whatever of him not working on his cars to talk about his relationship with Prince and those things, because he would end up at the house parties and Ruth could talk about that, like how Jay would still be wearing his blue jean outfit and Prince would be looking clean. Van was last week, Ellis, but you can always go back and watch it. It's our most viewed show at this time. And then every show gets viewed a lot more each week and seeing a few thousand more hits. So I'm appreciating it. Yes, I had a mask on when getting a haircut, so it makes it harder for them to do my sides. And last week I kind of shaved the beard a little too much just because trying to be professional, but I kind of like the beard. I must say, it was just getting out of control. It was looking like a little bit like Bray Wyatt. You guys know who that is. Dave Stewart must be a big Prince fan, yeah. Do a house call haircut if Barb will do it. Cool. I haven't been letting a lot of people into my place. I'm gonna try. The whole thing is reaching out for people like Leno and whatnot. I've been trying for Dave Chappelle for years. I'm gonna keep trying. That's why I want to keep making this show better, because that's what it's about. So Andre, I think you're long distance on that one, man, but thank you. But these are things that we try, and who knows? Someone could watch this and does have a connection to Leno and like, hey, Jay, do you want to come in and talk about Prince? And maybe have like Fallon on here too. I'd still love to have Questlove on. Jackie has a plethora of stories, new funk, MPG, dance comedy, all that. See, you can go do these for anniversaries. I enjoy having Jackie on. So, there's so much more to it, more than just having my face on the screen. I want to give you guys something else to look at instead of me. Protein. Yes. Don, good question. Hit me up on that. But I'm trying to do it myself, even like with Facebook ads. I've never done one before, but I was trying to do one for a van. And it's like, oh, due to COVID, it's going to be delayed. I'm like, well, the show's in freaking 2 days. How much more delayed is it going to be? Cassandra O'Neill, we're definitely going to have on in the future. We've had her on the old show before, the 2013 show and whatnot. And I just enjoy doing the live shows more with you guys, even though it's so lame. Like I have to pay $25 just to have it broadcast on Facebook and YouTube at the same time. And then we couldn't hit Twitch because to try to get 3 or 4, that's $50 instead of $25. And I'm like, oh, come on. The audience isn't that big on Chit yet, on there yet, Twitch yet. And we found that 79 version of it going to take place a year, man. Of course. It's awesome. But I tried. He tried. Took those out. But it was funny to hear that. Well, you get to see my face instead of Dave and Jackie's. So sorry about that. Sinbad, I was supposed to have him on last year or 2 years ago. And we're going to have Shelby. Don't worry. But I lost my freaking voice for a couple of weeks, and I missed that window with Sinbad, so that's on me. So, but yes, like I just want to be able to have him on, and we're doing the shows live, which is a little bit different than pre-tape. So, I believe I have Venmo or other stuff. DM me. I don't know if you can do that through YouTube or whatnot. Yeah. Is Funkatopia on now too? Well, it's always on with 24 hours. So any set of times for footage that would be mind-blowing. In the future, hopefully, yes. Questlove is a hard worker, and it's appreciated his knowledge of music. even though I've been a fan since '79, still so much I do not know about Prince and others involved. Right? There is so much we don't know, and especially with them not having, the Instagram and the things that we have now, where it seems that so much stuff is oversaturated. And it's exactly what Jackie said. He needed technology to catch up to him. Just imagine. Like, remember when he was recording, he had to lay down the drums, lay down the keyboard, lay down the bass, lay down the guitar, the background vocals, the overdubs, the vocals. He didn't have all this stuff. You got to look at it, Instagram and all these other things that he didn't have at this time. So, thanks again, D. I'm trying. Jesse would be cool. That could be something in the future when he wants to be on. So go ahead and do it. And sometimes if I ignore the Instagram, make sure you're getting my right account. Don't get that fake account. Susan Moonsey. Yeah. Well, same with Brenda. She's hard to get as well. Picked up by podcast. Which one? Oh, that they have iHeartRadio. Yeah. We're on Spotify and other things as well. But that's really cool about iHeartRadio. So, and we are going to have some surprises of some people that only worked like with Prince, like maybe once or whatever. We reached out this week. What was the one question you'd love to have Van Jones answer? Well, I asked a majority of them last week, especially about the will and other things in the app. Non-digitally. When things are going to say, let's get her, go to her son's restaurant. That's cool when it comes to Susan. Prince was not from this earth, if you know what I'm saying. Yeah, I can understand that. I relate to Prince more on other things. You got to ask Andre about that, Vicky. I agree with you. Prince ends at 79. He's evolved so much over the years, and there are only certain periods of time in his career that are meant to repeatedly. And that's why I have different people from different eras. And I love Bobby Z. I want Bobby back in the show, want Wendy, want Lisa. But also, it's important that you hear stories not just from that stuff, because he was so much more, and he didn't want to be pigeonholed as the Purple Rain guy and other stuff. It's frustrating me. I wish I knew as well. Maybe Dave can help me out with that one. It's still up. I'm going to have to do some things and invest some money in order to get it taken down. And I'm doing what I can. So in the future, Sylvia, if you want to talk, if they're not asked, they want to talk. Yeah. But yeah, so, that's what's going on. Humble words, your doll. I try to be. Thanks. I don't consider myself a doll. I always try to work hard on myself, and I still don't like the image looking back. I still feel I can make improvements. That's why there ain't no wedding ring. There won't be for a while. Eventually, Pamela, I'm sure. We never want to put anyone into a box. Thank you, Alice. Yeah, it just gets frustrating. And the artist whose stuff is used or other, like I see people all the time complaining that, oh, you're using, like I did something in the picture, you're not giving me credit. That's why I always try, and stuff that I do is credit the photographer. So James Dean posed on Instagram. What are you talking about? All right, whatever you say. No, thanks. We didn't need to put that one on there. Yep. But I'm better than where I was a year ago. I just have more to go. Sting Celebration do decades and thousands of people are involved. Yes, eventually, hopefully they'll be able to do that. Kim Basinger. We'll see. I feel kind of weird always liking her daughter's posts, Iris, because I'm sure she's all like, doesn't want to, like, even if she looks back on my stuff to see who this dude is, she's felt like she doesn't want someone who hooked up with her mom. So, but You got to think about it like that. But there's other people that have on, and I don't mention it because I remember one time I mentioned a guest I want to have on my show, and then it's like someone else contacted them to appear on someone else's show. Man, before we get Salma, we got to get some other people, but I'd love to have Salma on, obviously. But that's what I want, is like we have to have this show do better so we can get those bigger names, and it's on me, and I'm trying to put in the work for it. We don't need me to go viral we need to go viral for good reasons. And sometimes with that, it'll be a little bit difficult. Yeah. And with Kim, I just think it would have to be like a question of the moment and just have her answer something that isn't live. Spice Girl, you must be talking about Mel B. Although had a thing for Ginger back in the day. Ginger. Anyway. And it wasn't because of the red hair. Although there's nothing wrong with redheads. No. Prince hooked up with Kim Basinger. Come on, do the homework. So, yeah. Remember seeing the restaurant at first celebrations. I know how far our party is. Thank you. Let's focus on decent quantity and not only gossip. Exactly. That's what we try not to have on this show. We try not to go that route, whether it's Van Jones or anyone else that's on. Well, we can still have it be personal and easier for them to be more open. You'll see some of the people that we have coming on, and of course we enjoy having Scotty on and having Dave on, and we can have them on every single week, and you would never be able to get as much. So, had to be going with those things for sure. Rachel, I don't think so as much. So, sorry guys, just checking stuff out. So, Will Smith. All right, come on. We got to get this show to a certain level first. There's a lot of people we have on, but I love that you guys are thinking like that. Madonna, all these things in time. But again, I have to do the work. And the better I look, the easier it is in this town. It's just, that's how it is. When I do that, it's like, which side is the best side? So, yeah. Well, we know why Kim probably passed on that. That's why Madonna passed on it. Yeah. Of course. So, Well, the thing is I know that people aren't going to be able to watch everything live, especially like an after show. So the numbers are decent combined with YouTube and Facebook, but want to have it in the thousands eventually. But you have to do the work. So Sylvia, all on different time zones, and sometimes, that makes it hard. So yes, I do need a secretary. You don't understand. Like I do all this stuff myself, and then people will hit me up like, hey, and I'm like, I'm trying to do the show. Like, even like when an Instagram post happens, or like when I used to post on my website, people would hit me up immediately. I'm like, you do understand that had to be created or posted. It didn't just appear, and you just have to do other things. But I'm not to that level yet where I could be having an assistant or a secretary. Of course, we'd love to have Judith on. That's why we do stuff with Van, so we can show how professional that we can be, even if people maybe not be as professional in the room. So, 30 minutes already. Damn, that went by quick. And people that have donated over the past few weeks, I appreciate you. I usually, like I said, that email I don't usually respond to. That's just it. I don't know if people want to have when they donate their name read or whatnot. So, Sandra, we all would. Maybe we'll be able to have that in the future. Yeah, Chrissy. I mean, just like I'm trying to create content for Instagram. That's why I do those videos. I don't exactly feel comfortable all the time doing stuff. When I post photos of myself, I actually lose audiences. And I know it's because of the other account, because I'm constantly posting print stuff. So I feel that I need to. I can't post the things that I want to share, whether it's an inspirational message or something else. It makes it a little bit hard. So, but I do the work. That's why it's like I ask for donations. I'm not trying to be a jerk or a dick. Just trying to make other things happen. Dave Hampton donated something, but I needed to purchase something in order for it, and I don't know how to put it together myself. And my friend, he had hernia surgery, so he can't lift anything for 3 months. And now it's like I'd have to hire a handyman to come over and do it while we're in COVID. So, well, Venmo, I don't know. I think it would be the same name as Roll the Dice for people that are asking. I think both are the same. I'm not certain. So, there's that. Go listen to other artists to broaden my horizons. Yes, of course, the Taylor Swift record right now. But I do stuff all the time. Thanks, Sean. But yeah, I'm constantly trying to do stuff, and you have to worry about things because other people that tried to help me in the past, there's a reason why they're no longer around. So that's it. In 2012, I had the idea of like, hey, I reached out through Twitter. Don't want to do a podcast or anything like that. Would be like a video format. And someone reached out to me and they were on this network already. And then we did it, the show with him for about 7 months. And then I continued to do the show for a few more years until the platform went under. Then someone else wanted to get me to a podcast. I'm very grateful for them. But they're no longer around as well. And it's just one of those things is that you need someone that can keep the same hours as you or keep the same pace. And I understand the mission at that time was for About Prince. So, so Taylor beating Kanye to the punch. And then Kanye didn't drop his album. Was that because of Taylor or was it because of Kanye being Kanye? And I understand about bipolar issues and schizophrenia and stuff like that. And I can understand Kim's plea. But when someone is struggling and saying that only they can help, only they can do stuff, especially when they're trying to run for president, that's quite problematic. That's why I'm hoping whoever gets elected next, that they put into law, you have to have a political background in order to run for president. You got to have political background to run for any office, and it should be at least 8 years because we can't have this stuff going on. So, an intern would actually work. Remember trying to have a female help me out when I was running the website. I'm not going to name names, but I told her like nothing can happen with us and be professional. And she wasn't attracted to me at all at the time. But then over time, she became attracted to me and no longer was working. So yes, trying to do stuff myself, but then you have people as well that it's ulterior motives. That's what I had to worry about before. And what joke is he playing? Oh, Kanye, yeah. Look, I don't like the thing is I feel that Kim isn't stepping in because it's not hurting her brand yet. And those things that was said about her mom, we've all heard that before. So, yeah. And it is like a drug addiction. But the main thing is that you have to intervene. You have to do stuff. Like it seemed like a few weeks ago, she was all about him running for president because she's thinking of herself of being able to take a selfie in the White House. It's greed, So, because I work better with females, they're better listeners. That's why I prefer working with females because they're better listeners. So, we're mostly talking about Kanye and his wife. If you want to talk about it that way. Yeah, we can get back to Taylor. Ellis, you have no idea, my man. No idea. So, yeah. You just have to be careful of who you allow in and who you allow to help you, whether it's an intern or not. So that's what I'm saying. Next person who becomes president, whether it's later this year or in 2024, they got to put into effect. You cannot run for president unless you have political background. It's just plain and simple. We can't have this Kanye thing happen. So, yeah. Sorry to hear that, Ellis. It sucks, man. But you just got to push through. Every day is the other day. Got to be blinded by the daisies in the yard, right? So, yeah. Were there any questions I wanted to ask Jackie and Dave that I didn't get to? About the Jay Leno stuff mostly and other things. But me and Jackie were online for about an hour trying to help Dave get on. So I felt bad for her because she really wanted to start her Friday early. It was already, getting her to do the show. She was quite gracious. So that's what mental health. It's really hard for the family to get ahead of it. So money is like that almost impossible as it weighs ulterior motives. It's true, but there's just things that we can go through on it. So for some things, so missed what Karen said. It's only saying amen to. Beloved, the Taylor record and other stuff that's been going on. So. Right. Seeing a friend's little comments. All right, let me know if that Tinder hookup works. Andre, have a good night. Sorry that you suffer from depression, D. Yes, we're working on Candy. It's just different and difficult for hours. I know the PRN Alumni had a hard time getting her booked. Wow. Cody with the harsh critic, but then again, you didn't like the Lever album at first either. So, hello, Christy. Let's get on to some other things going on. Thanks. So, order it from the Prince Estate, those that can get it. I'm grateful that someone ordered it for me and it came today, surprisingly. So, Phil's help. Ugh, but he doesn't want to take them. Let's get on to the next subject. I can bore you guys. Let's see. I'll read you, you're thinking like, what book is he reading? It's got to be something amazing. No. Yeah, that you guys have to worry about if I was trying to read it to you. But yeah, I have more books that are a little bit more professional in my living room. Not so much in here. So. People who drove for him, some of them don't want to talk. So, spell nerd backwards. Thank you, Pamela, for that. Yeah, and let them know if you're leaving a review. Anyone gets it. Saw Funkenberry wearing it. keep trying to tell him, you need someone that can advertise your stuff. So it's true, D. It is true. It's supposed to come back out in May. At least we got it in July. So yeah, let me finish this off. Protein. All right. Should we start wrapping it up, or is there going to be other questions, or what's going on? Wish we can do this on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube all at the same time without me having to have a different thing for it. So I wasn't going to show you the guitar. I don't want to mess up the placements of them. It gets them hard to be at that angle, and I don't want to mess them up. So we'll see about that, about your shirt. Did Prince run a tight cap? I heard he don't like the word no. I never said no to him. We didn't agree on everything, but that'd be more for people that I try to keep my distance from him. And it wasn't like I was dealing with him face to face on a daily basis. So, but he definitely kept tight camp. People that wanted a day off, that'd be interesting. Ruth can tell you about that, where she'd ask for a day off and then he'd actually be, calling her the day off to see what she was up to that she needed a day off. So sorry, Mia. It's getting late, huh? Guess we should be wrapping it up. Just time hanging out with you. And I'm overdressed. Anything you want to share is new or coming? I'll probably think of something afterwards. It didn't really go dark on me. There'd be times where, I give out ideas or whatnot I wouldn't be responded to. But that just meant he was either busy or it could be something. It's like when people email me with stuff or whatnot or a message, I'm like, I like it. I don't respond back because I want to make sure that that's the last message I have of them to try to put stuff in. So what capacity? I was a fan first that knew a lot. Within a couple of months, I was reached out to for different things, but it didn't really take on the level until 8 years later, where the person I was working for him, Ruth, reached out to me to help out with things. And it turned into something else. Each year that went by, I became more and more involved until the end, I was still involved. It really hit its plethora after he found out who I was in person in 2011 through 2014 to 2015, and again back up in 2016 after I went to the Paisley shows in January. It's like didn't skip a beat. It was just different people being around, kind of sometimes put up roadblocks. So yeah. Ruth is a hoot for sure. But it's her stories to tell on stuff. I don't know. Playtime for anyone. I mean, when we would hang out, I enjoyed talking about the music industry with him and other things that we discussed. What year when I started doing things for him, there would be stuff in the early 2000s, whether I was helping out Sam James and Music Club, but it would be very, very small things, very small. It's in 2006 where it was about getting the word out about Saturday Night Live, or if Universal was doing the promotions right. It's stuff that Ruth gave me to handle. And then, I'd be to the house parties and kind of getting stuff out. Then in 2008, instead of having it be to the fan boards, because there was no Prince website anymore, I was asked to make a blog post just about an Oscar party that he had going on. But instead of making a blog post, I decided to make a blog and called it drfunkenberry.com. And then Prince knew who I was as the fan that was writing stuff as J7 for years. And, started finding ways. either through Ruth or through Kathy Adams, I believe, to send me stuff through the website for songs and other things that were going on. Then Karen Sharma, then Julia Ramadan, then Trevor Guy and Joshua Welton, to Marone and Kirk and Phaedra. But my experiences with them were different. I have not interviewed Julia. I don't know if she would be interested, but I do. It's been a while since I hit up Julia, texted with her. But she could tell you jokes for sure when it came to stuff. Yeah. Shaka liked one of my tweets. We'd like to have her on one time. She was part of a documentary that I was part of. How did I first meet Ruth? That's that question. Through her friend Debbie. And I'm very, very grateful for that. Thankful to Deb, thankful to Ruth, for sure. Yeah, and Sean, that's something that Van said about why he didn't want a will. It was his theory that it had him think, because if he didn't have a will and his son would have lived, everything would have belonged to the son. That's the thing on there. I have not invited Marone on. I'm sure if she watched the Van Jones comments, she wouldn't want to be on. And that's what I'm saying, is that's why we try to handle things professionally. But I have talked to Marone. It's been a long time. I'd probably say 3 to 4 years since we ran into each other in LA. So, am I still friends? Yes, of course. Yes. So, texted her last week, I believe. So, yeah. All right. Prince could have done so many different things. Absolutely. But he was a scholar at MPG University for sure. Oh, man. Should we be wrapping it up on other things? I think a lot of people conflict their opinions about some of the folks experiencing others. Yeah. And I'm sure people have conflicted opinions about me as well, just because I was there at the end in different ways. Like, I liked not being in the purple circle, so to speak, in close proximity to him. It probably kept me around for a longer period of time. But I enjoyed that. And I liked Ruth and others being the buffer for me, so to speak. Now, we got to make sure they're still around, the contractors that built Paisley Park. But yes, I reached out to people that may have worked with Prince on one project or other stuff. And you think that they'd want to be on the show, and then they just go silent. I'm like, did they sign an NDA? And of course, if they go on another person's show and be pissed, because I'm was freaking doing the legwork for that. That's why I don't mention people anymore, because I'm tired of doing the legwork and then something swoops on you. So thank you, Mary Jane. Should we make it to the hour mark just to cut it, or do we cut it off early? But I'm trying my best to make the show better for you guys. I liked it like that because it kept me around a lot longer, and then I can give him my opinion without worrying about any kickback, because we wouldn't agree on everything all the time. The majority of the time, stuff that we didn't agree on, he actually took my advice on, and he would use my ideas a lot that I come up with on my other shows and other things. But it's I didn't mind it, because it's like a Jedi mind trick. Like that one time, that This Could Be Us image that was the meme that he changed the color on, and then I put it on a shirt, and then all of a sudden the next time he was touring, that shirt was made and was being sold. Like, he didn't send me a check for that, but it's his freaking image, just like what Dave Chappelle said of him using Dave for the cover of Breakfast Can Wait. What can you do? He's dressed up as him. Not past the hour mark on that, but yes. So, is you're wanting me to go past the hour mark? Because it isn't. It's at 50 minutes right now. Yes, we're past. I mean, I think you mean it's past 9 o'clock. So, left side stage, get them on. I have other stuff. So, where does Symbol Stage end up? We got to ask Takumi about that. Thank you, D. I try. Thank you, Judy. Thank you, Sandra. And thank you for donating in the past. I don't know if I'm supposed to say those things. I did ask if people want to be thanked for their donations, but I always appreciate it, especially in these difficult times that we're going through, to survive. And I just got the internet kicked up a little bit, and so that's another freaking bill. It's like all these things, man, that you want to, when you see my guest on, their internet connection may not be the best, but I try to have mine to where it always is solid for you guys. So Takumi, I don't think he would be on to do a show like this for a while. I'm talking about Jesse Jenkins or Jesse Johnson. Yeah, I need to hit up Dustin and Mark to see what happened with the estate. Yeah, I haven't yet. It's just other things going on. I'll think of hitting up Mark like at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, and I don't do it. So, Ginger, that's why I try out the shows on Wednesday and Friday. Try to do it twice because it's more than nice. But we want to do that things. I'm sure Prince would go to the dentist, but he'd be practically like doing those dance tunes, brushing his teeth, and his teeth look pretty clean. So, who is he and what is he to you? What do you mean, who is he? That hopefully that's a quote from a song. I wasn't being rude. So, yeah. Got 7 more minutes. 7 minutes of heaven. There's not going to be anyone knocking at my door. It's just going to be me probably changing clothes yet again. And then probably getting something to eat. I just don't know what. Damn, I really don't know what. There's not a lot that's open here. It's like, it's ridiculous. Everything closes so early. And my guilty pleasures are record stores, which there's only one that's open now. And then going to like comic book stores, but I'd rather order stuff through Amazon because it's cheaper unless I find deals at these stores. But if anyone from Marvel or DC is a fan, hit me up. What about Rosie's daughter? We did talk about Rosie and her things with Jackie and Dave on the main show tonight. So, yeah. Sean, what am I not seeing? Sometimes some comments don't go through. We've had Afshin on before. I wanted Afshin on around the re-release of the Rainbow Children on One Night Alone, and he agreed to it, and then something happened. But I wanted Afshin, Sam, and Scotty on all at the same time. We got Scotty on, but I was trying to have all that. My favorite record store, Electric Fetus West. Ringing to change your name. Yeah, I'm a Marvel person. I do like some DC just because DC has been releasing more stuff than Marvel, and I'm such a fan of Marvel's Epic Collections. And I think it's ridiculous that if you don't buy the Marvel Epic Collections, they go out of print. I'm seeing people selling it for like $170 on eBay. And then don't get me started on that Spider-Man Omnibus I don't have, and it goes for $199. It's just crazy. Takumi wasn't on mine. He was on Paisley Nights for his top 7 guitar moments. But we were able to at least release some of that on our show. Steve would love to have on. Right now, probably would be a good time for him. So, yeah. Best stores to buy Prince vinyl online. And do I tell you that? And it makes it harder for me to get stuff. Discogs, twice I've ordered from there, and then there would be like a scratch on the record. So that pisses me off. Although the last one wasn't bad. Sky Get Lucky on eBay, or the some of the groups that are online on Facebook, but you're going to pay a little bit more. You gotta like do crate digging. I miss Amoeba so much. I truly do. Yeah. Terry, that's up to Dwayne. I want to have Dwayne on for the 1999 set. It's doing it, but before we were able to have him on to promote his first book, no problem. I am very open to. I've helped out a lot of people, let's just say. And in return, probably not so much, but I hope to have back on subject. Hopefully, have Dwayne on for his second book. Probably he'll be on. Yes, Miss an Electric Fetus West, which I was just there earlier today. So I'll call him the trader of CDs. So Amoeba is a record store out here in LA, and they also have two in the Bay Area. Telling you, like, if I had money, man, I'd be flying to Amoeba once a week out to the Bay Area to hit up both of them to see what they got. Like, that's the thing of a music lover and loving record stores. So we'll see what happens. What's in the bag with Winnie and Lisa? Yes, for Amoeba. So thanks, Karen. I try. So, that's everything that goes on. I don't let too many people know about my personal life, and that's, the thing is, we do these shows. You guys think you know me quite well, but there's still stuff about me that isn't known. I like to be a private person when it comes to relationships, friendships, and other stuff. You can be guarded, but still be in the public eye, so to speak. I haven't been taking you guys on my workout stuff with me like I used to, just because during COVID, I'd be doing a workout video and then, there's someone I gotta move out the way. Here's another person that doesn't know how to practice social distancing. It's absolutely ridiculous. So thanks. I try, Terry, to be a good person. Sometimes I wish, especially during COVID, it isn't about getting lonely, so to speak. It's just about having people to trust, but then we all have to be at a distance. So I think Peter, through auction sites, they have been, and I really love to have Tommy on. I think Tommy's a little bit private. If you see me, I don't really promote auctions at all. Even when it was the Jeff Katz authorized one, it's no disrespect to Jeff. I just worry about stuff when it comes to auctions, about how they obtained it or how much it's going to hurt the tax bill when it comes to Paisley and stuff like that. So, Paul Peterson has been on before. We'd love to have him on. So there's no reason that none of the Prince albums should not get the remaster treatment. Right now, the one that's going to be the hardest is the Gold Experience, because of what's going on with the most beautiful girl in the world and it being held up in Italian courts. So I do listen to a variety of music, D. I got my iPod in front of me, but I don't want to go through too much of it because I enjoy listening to stuff. But let's see if I can bring it up without... we're at the hour mark, so we're going to have to start wrapping it up. Let's see. How do I do it without screwing up? Because right now it's on Wonderful Lass. Usually, I never try to see this, and of course now I'm trying to do it now. Crap. Here, hold on. Don't want to put too much or we'll get shut down. I got Pearl Jam, State of Love and Trust, because I always have my iPod on shuffle. Live version of Pop Life, Stop, don't want to get taken off the air. Downtown Life by Hall & Oates. I Don't Want to Get Hurt, Donna Summer. Harry Styles, Watermelon Sugar. Art Pop, Lady Gaga. Beef, Notorious B.I.G. Maxwell, The Urban Theme. Vermello from Sir Mix-a-Lot off of the Swass record. Some Frank Sinatra. A little bit of his monologue. Some of the Vegas shows. Let's Work, Prince Live, Get Off, Prince Live. Good to Know, Shelby J. Got to get some of that Shelby J. Eda Nelson. What? So, yeah. Lazy Susan by Shwayze. Notorious B.I.G. You're Nobody Till Somebody Kills You. Let's see here. Crazy Love by Sinatra. Broken Train by Beck. Demi Lovato, Love Me. Gotta love some of that. Baby Got Back, Sir Mix-a-Lot. Why? I think it's because it's here in the name. Samantha Fox, Naughty Girls Need Love Too. Some Katy Perry up in this mix. Ed Sheeran, Another Love by Prince and Third Eye Girl. And I don't want to pass that one up, so I'm going to leave it at that for right now. Thank you, Dawn. Trying to go through all the last comments, see if I missed anything. Yeah, Friday music. So one time, maybe D, I talked to him face to face to try to get him on. Brothers. His auction sales is pretty similar. It's the same. Yes, that's why I try not to promote it, because I want them to sell for less. 100%. You got to have the right people. Not everyone is the right person to have in your circle. Another lesson learned. I dumped a long time prior to having to steal my DJ equipment. Could have been worse, man. Could have been more than DJ equipment, but I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully you were able to get it back, or it wasn't. It was just an attempted. Yeah, Brian, that's what they say. So you can look to that for Brian's comment regarding it, regarding Most Beautiful Girl in the World. Purple phone case. Thanks. Yeah, it is a case, actually. Crap. Should I bring my one that has a symbol insignia on the back of the iPod? This one is says a very small Funkenberry music, but I dropped it twice, and that's why I got the case. I do have one for that. Yes, diverse playlist. That's why I have everything. I love music from today and back in the day and everything else. But that's why, yeah, we don't want to be off there. So Sir Mix-a-Lot. Man, you don't know that Swass album and Posse on Broadway. So yeah. I really want that tax bill to be paid. Falco, yes, Ken. I bought a Falco. I bought Taco from you for putting on the Ritz, but Falco, come on, man. Rock Me Amadeus. Now, I wish some of these 80 vinyl 12 inches that you guys get in could set aside for me, because you guys have them lower and it's kind of hard for me. And you always have someone above you, and then you're trying to wear your mask. It gets kind of sweaty there. Yeah, Samantha Fox was such a hottie back in the day. For sure. What's not to like with her music? D, thank you. 70s, 80s, 90s, mental health, techno, almost everyone at Prince to Nine Inch Nails, 100%. Thank you again, Christy. Brian, I'm afraid if I say anything, I am going to get a knock at the door. So nothing on that. I love you guys. I appreciate you. Appreciate donations. Going to put the email just at the bottom. We're still going to be doing shows, trying to get stuff lined up. Do have my birthday coming up. We don't talk about age here, but I still plan on doing shows for that. That's how I want to celebrate. Just having certain people on and celebrate with you guys. Ain't nothing wrong with Samantha Fox. Maybe now. Pavarotti's cool, Beatles cool, Muse, Grandmaster Flash, Houdini, Solo Beatles. George Harrison, Mine, Set on You. Need to get that on 12 inch. Thank you guys for a funky time. Call me up more when just you want to grind or whatever. Till next time, y'all. Keep it funky. Love you guys. Love you, Sandra. You guys be well. You know where to reach me. I may not be as responsive, but just understand I'm trying to get stuff planned for you guys always. Happy birthday, Terry. 25, right? Naughty girls need love too. Exactly. Naughty boys need love too. Haha. Till next time, keep it funky, y'all. Good night. Much love.